everybody, and welcome back to What Are You Dreaming? With your host, Carolyn Smith.
Franz Joseph Haydn was an Austrian composer in the classical period. This musician was born in 1732 in Rohrau, Austria, and died in 1809. His parents recognized his gift in music and knew that while in his hometown, he wouldn't be able to pursue his dream. They sent him to live with their relative named Johann Frank, a choirmaster in Hamburg. He moved in with Frank at the age of 6. It was here he began his musical training. He learned to play both the violin and the harpsichord. He also sang in the church choir. His singing impressed anybody who heard him. In 1739, he caught the attention of the director of music in St. Stephen's Cathedral in Vienna, named George von Reuter. He then moved to Vienna, the center of music at the time, with Reuter for further training. There he worked for 9 years as a chorister. Joseph Haydn took classes in voice, violin, and keyboard. Reuter was of little help to Haydn in the area of composition. However, since St. Stephen's was one of the leading musical centers in Europe, Haydn learned a great deal simply by serving as a professional musician there. His career was taking off by performing in front of aristocratic audiences. After his success grew, he married Anna Keller. He had no kids, but became very wealthy and successful composer.
Now that we know about Haydn's early life, let's go talk to him. What are we waiting for? Let's go. Here. Look at all these memories. Maybe he's in here. Oh, that's Mozart. Sorry, wrong room. Oh, wow. Okay, let's go find him. There he is.
Well, hello there. Who might you be?
Hi, my name is Carolyn Smith. So, what type of music do you compose?
Well, I was familiar with the complex style of the previous Baroque period, but I soon adopted the light and elegant musical style that was popular at the time in Austria.
Wow, and when did you know you want to pursue a career in music?
Well, when I was young, I had a natural gift in music, which my parents pushed me to pursue. So I've always known I was destined to be a successful musician.
And you really have been a success. I even hear that you have a nickname.
Yes, I was often referred to as the father of the symphony, or the father of the string quartet, because I was very, very influential in these areas. I was also a mentor to many people.
Such as?
I was a teacher of Beethoven and a teacher and a good friend of Mozart. In fact, Mozart devoted a set of string quartets inspired by me.
Wow. Wait. So, if you were talking to the symphony, you could technically say, I'm your father?
Yeah, I guess you could. I am your father.
Could you say that one more time? Maybe a little lower and a little longer?
I am your father.
Yep, perfect.
I don't understand what's so funny.
Never mind. It's after your time. So, was the string quartet symphony a big influence in getting you into music?
Well, no, it wasn't, because it wasn't around when I got into music. I invented it, hence the nickname. I also reinvented and further developed the symphony.
Oh, silly me. I should have known that. You also invented the sonata form, right? Could you tell me a little bit about that?
It's a form of movement consisting of 3 sections: the exposition, development, and recapitulation.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
Well, it focuses on harmonic organization of tonal materials that are presented in an exposition, then elaborated and contrasted in a development, and then resolved thematically in a recapitulation.
Oh, I see. So what type of jobs have you had during the years that helped raise your stature as a musician?
I started as a freelance musician, and then I got a job as vice Kapellmeister, or assistant music director, to Prince Esterházy, which raised my ranking. This made my music very popular. I worked my way up to full Kapellmeister later. A while after that, in 1791, I moved to London and composed music, performed concerts, yeah.
So you could say You started from the bottom, now you're here?
I mean, I'm dead, so like.
Back to the interview. So, what are some works you have created?
Well, my total production includes, I have to think about this. Let's see, I believe I have composed about 108 symphonies, 68 string quartets, 32 divertimenti for small orchestra, 26 trios for baritone, viola, and cello.
Wow, that's amazing.
29 trios for piano, violin, and cello, 21 trios for 2 violins and cello, 47 piano sonatas.
Oh my, you must have...
And about 20 operas, 14 masses, and 6 oratorios.
No, that's impressive. So can you be a little more specific? Which one was most popular?
I would say that my most popular symphony was called Surprise. It was my 94th symphony. It is the second work in my London symphonies. I wrote it in 1871 in the amazing city of London during my first visit to England.
Oh, so why is it named Surprise?
Well, you see, I added a sudden fortissimo chord, a loud burst of music at the end of an otherwise piano opening. I then continued the song like nothing happened. I did this to surprise the public with something new and to get their attention.
And you sure did. So what other works do you like?
I composed a symphony while living in London called Drumroll. It is my 103rd symphony, and it has earned its name because of its long opening of drum rolls. I composed this piece around the 1790s. Another one I found important was my symphony, Farewell. In 1772, I performed this to give a message to Prince Esterhazy that all the musicians wished to return home back to their wives. At the end of the performance, all of the musicians left the stage, leaving only 2 violins. He understood my message.
That's amazing. So what other unique aspects do you incorporate in your music?
Well, you see, I also love building up the music at the end. My Symphony London has a big finale. The finale of the work opens in the mode of folk music using a drone bass and a theme often claimed to have originated as a Croatian folk song. One of the biggest productions I have done is called The Creation. And I wanted a big sound for my work, and the forces for the public premiere numbered about 120 instrumentalists and 60 singers. It is considered by many to be my masterpiece.
Music can really have a huge effect on people. I mean, it has the ability to speak to someone. So, what really inspires you?
My genuine inspiration came when I journeyed to England. The art, poetry, and music there were just so astounding.
You were truly prolific in nearly all genres, vocal and instrumental. Your music is so original and stylish, with a hint of drama. No wonder it was so popular. I don't know if you realize this, but you transformed instrumental expression in the 18th century.
Oh, stop. You are just too kind. What in the world is that sound?
Oh no, Adia's waking up. I can hear her alarm clock. We better get out of here. Thank you so much, Mr. Haydn. It was an honor to meet you. I love your music. I even have your Pandora station. Bye!
What a weird dream.
We have with us today Graham Rogers from BBC. He will give us a review of Joseph Haydn's music.
Yes, I'm quite a big fan. I believe that Haydn's insightful recordings further the cause of greater Haydn appreciation considerably.
How do you feel about his sonatas?
Rather than his symphonic music, which is immediately ear-catching and attention-grabbing, Haydn's sonatas are much more intimate. The finesse and skill at which they were composed deserve more recognition than they got, in my opinion.
I agree. So as you know, Haydn inspired Mozart. Do you feel as though their styles are similar at all?
Yes, in the same fashion, Mozart's sonatas were similar in sound. Few of them have become part of the mainstream piano repertoire.
Haydn made a significant choice in performing sonatas. Do you agree?
Indeed, he chose to play the sonatas on a modern grand piano, even though most of them were written for harpsichord.
Thank you for your time. I better be going.
His manner of turning a simple tune or motive into unexpectedly complex developments was admired by his contemporaries as innovative. Dramatic surprise, often turned into humorous effect, is characteristic of his style, as is a fondness for folkloric melodies. A writer of Haydn's day described the special appeal of his music as popular artistry, and indeed his balance of directness and bold experiment transformed instrumental expression in the 18th century. Symphony No. 94, Second Movement, is an excellent example of how talented Franz Joseph Haydn truly was. This song flows beautifully and gracefully, with the strings and woodwind instruments complementing each other flawlessly. There are few songs that can top the majesty heard in Haydn's Symphony 94, Second Movement. String Quartet, Opus 1, is one of Haydn's finest works to date. Lively, sprightly, and abundantly energetic, String Quartet, Opus 1, is a fine example of just how talented Franz Joseph Haydn truly was. I cannot listen to this song without feeling my mood change, my spirit lift, and feel my foot tapping along with the exquisite rhythm. It is easy to see why Franz Joseph Haydn was the master of his musical era. His works are elegant, uplifting, and deeply inspiring to audiences of all ages. An excellent example of Haydn's extraordinary level of musical talent is Symphony No. 99. This piece of music is powerful, complex, and undeniably enjoyable. Showcasing an intricate array of emotions, Symphony No. 99 is a roller coaster of complexity, intensity, and beauty.